it audible? Surya or Kanagaraj?
Yes, sir, it's audible, sir.
Yes, sir, it's audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. Dear participants, good evening one and all. I am happy to connect you all through this virtual meet during this COVID-19 pandemic period. Hope all are safe and following the guidelines given by the government to prevent COVID effectively. This is webinar series on innovation to startup organized by institution Innovation Institute Council of KCT, Kumaraguru College of Technology. So this IIC is flagship program of MHRD of our Indian government. Actually, you know, IIC comprises of various office bearers, say president, our principal, vice president, myself, conveners, say Mr. Surya Prakash and Mr. Kanagaraj, faculty members and student members, and also it consists of other various coordinators for various innovation related area like IPR, ATL ranking, innovation, incubation, startup, likewise. Several activities are going on in IIC of KCT and other institutions also. So we have many IICs are functioning in various institutions. Hope you are aware, or you can contact president or vice president of IIC of your college so that you can know more about and you can participate in many type of events, say innovation to startup. Last year, MIC announced a new scheme called Innovation Ambassadors. That means creating innovation ambassadors among institutions so that they are responsible for the program activities and to how to activate the trigger the innovation related programs in the campus and in and around the campus. Nearby institutions also, if they want, they can use these innovation ambassadors. So 4 areas they identified: innovation and design thinking, IPR and technology, incubation and startup, entrepreneurship. So in these 4 areas, we got training, and 4 of our faculty members, that is innovation and design thinking by Mr. Kanagaraj, IPR and technology myself, incubation and startup Mr. Surya Prakash, and entrepreneurship Dr. Balasubramanian. So we received a recognition for innovation ambassador, and based on the direction given by the MHRD Innovation Cell, MIC, for innovation ambassadors, we have initiated this session webinar series, 5-day program. Apart from this, in our institution, Kumaraguru College of Technology, we have various units related to innovation and startup, up to startup, say iCube, RAY, that is a research exploration, Garage, so mechanical oriented design and development of e-vehicle and other vehicles, IC vehicles, and KCIRI, institutions related, industry related cell, and incubation center, that is Forge Accelerator. So that's all about brief about KCT in innovation era. You know, now the innovation era is going on actively. Nowadays, if you see, almost many countries, its economy depends upon the innovation and technology. Hence, Indian government also launched many type of initiatives like innovation and different types of hackathon on it, Digital India, Make in India, and variety of programs. So we have to utilize the opportunity. When we talk about the word called opportunity, I want to recollect rules of work framed by great scientist Einstein. He said, out of clutter, find simplicity. From discord, find harmony. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Yes. we are exactly in the third rule given by the Einstein. Say during the difficulties, certainly we will get into some opportunity, some new idea or creative thinking. So in this situation, think about solution for different problems arised here and there during this pandemic period. So luckily we have organized this program during this pandemic situation. So be innovative, be creative thinkers and find solution for many problems and proceed further to reach a final product and commercialization through several various steps involved in between, from idea to product or entrepreneurs. So this is what we need to focus here in our webinar series. So in this webinar series, we have designed like this. So first day today, innovation related area, which is covered by Mr. Kanagaraj of CSC department, is an innovation ambassador. And then tomorrow we will discuss about IPR and technology, introduction to IPR and patent part. That will be handled by myself. And some technology trending area, that is Internet of Things, very well connected to this current trend. And smart manufacturing, which are handled by Mr. Surya Prakash and Dr. Balasubramanian, respectively day after tomorrow and then. And final day, 7th, we have a very good session, that means incubation and startup. Many of you may not have that much exposure in incubation and startup, which is handled by a team from Forge Accelerator, which is a DST support incubation owned by KCT in Coimbatore. So in this way, we have planned this program. So I think we have very good registration, including students and faculty. And I thank one and all for registering and attending this seminar. Hope the program will be very much helpful for your innovation thinking. All the very best. Thank you. Over to Surya.
Thank you, sir. Now I welcome Mr. G. Kanagaraj, Faculty of Computer Science and Engineering. He is having a 8 years teaching experience in various courses like web technology, open source software, mobile application development, user interface technology. He is pursuing his research in cloud computing, and he is having a 4 years of experience in organizing the national level hackathon and certified with MHRD's Innovation Ambassador Training Program. He is also acting as a single point of contact for Infosys Campus Connect program and attended various training programs organized by Infosys and awarded with Bronze Faculty Partnership Award. He is going to share you about the design thinking and various innovation content by government agency in this webinar. So, over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for the introduction. So first of all, I welcome all the participants for this webinar series, and I welcome every faculty from various engineering colleges and students from other institutions and students from our own institution for this webinar series. I just present my slide. Surya Prakash sir, is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. So as we discussed, so this is the brief entire schedule of the program for this webinar series. So I am going to handle design thinking and innovation contest. So before I am going to start my session, I just want to share a code which is very famous in every human life. Katrathu kaiman alavu, kalladhu So with this code, I am starting my session. So here is the overview of the session. I have break my session into two parts. So one is design thinking and innovation contest organized by our government and other organization. So with the first part, we will going to discuss about what is design thinking, what and how design thinking came into popularity, and why design thinking is so important for any engineering solution or real life problem solving solutions or real life successful product. And we're going to discuss about design thinking process, which consists of 6 steps. We're going to discuss one by one, and we're going to discuss about 4 principles of design thinking, and then the continuation with that, we're going to discuss about booming areas of design thinking. So further, we're going to discuss about innovation context. I think many of you have experience with Smart India Hackathon and MHRD's innovation contest. So I hope everyone saw the updates about Smart India Hackathon. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji have given live interaction with Smart India Hackathon Nodal Center, and it's participating various students from various engineering colleges and other institutions. So first of all, we're going to discuss what is design thinking. So what is design thinking? So it is a mindset that helps you to solve a problem creatively. So whatever the problem we're going to face, that we're going to look for a solution, and before that we're going to think for a design, how you're going to create a solution for that particular problem in terms of software solution or hardware solution or any other innovations that you're going to give solution to a problem. So design thinking is a human-centric approach. It is not about someone we're going to develop our solution. So we're going to check for human needs, real human needs. For example, we are very much struggling in this particular COVID-19 situation, and many of the students and faculty members are taking research and innovation project very effectively in this COVID time. So many of the students, we can see that day to day they are designing robots and sanitization equipments, right? And the faculties are continuously working on the with students for various innovations and research in their institution. For that particular activities, this particular institution innovation cell work as a very good platform for both student and faculty, also for academic persons to take their innovations to further level. So it helps team to find the intricate balance between what makes sense to the end user. For example, if you want to have your mobile phone as per your need, that could be end user need, actual need. So how it can be designed and collected the user requirement, we're going to see in the design thinking different phases. And then what is technologically doable, that is also very important for your design thinking. So with the help of technology, what are the solutions you can give to the society? That is also we need to consider in this design thinking part. And what is viable for your business to undertake. So once you're going to implement that particular technological tool or whatever ideas, that you're going to finally end up with some marketing, right? You're going to expose your product or solution to the market for real customers, right? So I think these 3 main things you have to consider for before doing your prototype or a solution for any problems. So it has evolved. It has actually evolved from 3 different fields. Those are architecture, engineering, and business. This is very bold engineering platform where we can expose, and we have seen so many design taken part in this three fields, right? So apart from this, we have other areas also you can check for design thinking, and it can also be applied to any field, not only limited to these three fields. We're going to discuss about booming areas of design thinking for solving real life problems. So next, how we can solve everyday problems using engineering design cycle. Here I have an interesting video for you, how a real life problem can be solved by using design thinking. Please listen to that video. This is our day-to-day problem that we're going to face in our cupboard or any of the things that you're going to keep it in your home. You can solve the problem, and you can make it better. Just listen to the video. So to accommodate your things in your cupboard, right? You need to organize your things where you're going to keep all your belongings in your cupboard, right? So for that, you have to check for the engineering design cycle. So how you going to organize your cupboard space for keeping various things that is belongs to you. So this is a very simple example how you're going to start your real life problem, and how you're going to face with some small engineering design. So hope this video will ignite you in creating some doable things in your real life. Similarly, you can check for everyday life problem day to day. If you keenly look into your day-to-day activities, you can check. You will encounter many of the real life challenges, right? So I will give you Padlet where you can post all of your experience about design thinking, and if you have done any innovation, small innovation that the product that you have seen in the video right now, and you can post it, and we will check all the participants experience. You can read everyone's day-to-day innovation they have tried in their life. So next, why design thinking is so popular? So we're going to discuss the famous quote by Steve Jobs. So design is what it looks and feel like. Design is how it works. So it is not what it looks like and it feels like. it is actually how it works. Similar one what we have seen in the video. So every design it is based on how it is going to work for your real life situation. So that is about your design as per Steve Jobs. So design thinking is a problem solving framework. So I hope many of you know what is framework. So it is like your skeleton where you're going to fit many of the things in your design thinking process. So you're going to follow a streamline when you're going to do a design thinking process. So it involves finding fresh and creative solution to problems, but in a way that put needs first. So you have to put your actual user needs for your design. That is the main case, right? Then the mission of design thinking is to translate whatever the problems faced by the real end user. You have to observe it first, and you have to get an insight into the a problem, and you have to transform that to product and services. So this will that is going to improve the real life of a human being, right? So here is an example of how Apple have evolved with their computers, portable computers and input devices like other wearable devices, right? Right from 1976, how computers have evolved, right? So you can check, we all very much know about how Apple products are evolved in this past decade, right? So it is very rapidly growing, right? So when I'm studying my diploma, so actual pen drive capacity is about I think it is 512 MB, and it is 1 GB, 2 GB, and it is cost around 1,200 rupees. Now you think of what is the cost of 8 GB pen drive? It is about 180 or 220 rupees, right? So technology is very rapid, and each and every day it is growing. When we are studying the computer technology, we were studying about client server technology, right? Now the client server technology is nowhere. We are in IoT, cloud, AI, machine learning. So somehow it is there as a backend, but we are not using such technology nowadays most of the time, right? So it is very rapidly changing. Also hardware, when you checking about your mobile phone size, right? So if have you I think many of the users have experienced professors who have used mobile phone. Maybe you can type your first mobile phone that you had in your life in your chat window. Now, both students and professors also, you can give what is your first mobile phone model that you have used. So it is about weight about around maybe it could be 200 grams phone. So the Nokia model here, you know how large it is, right? So you can share your mobile phone models that you have used and why, how it is, and now, right? It is with touchpad. It is more powerful than your laptop, right? So that is having in your hand. So such a design, rapid design, have changed the actual face of computer system or your mobile phone, right? So this is a small example. Yes, yes, ma'am.
Sir, sorry for the sir. I think some other people has presented. That's why your screen is under
Yeah, once
resume.
wait a minute.
So
ma'am,
can you
just
represent again?
represent it. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
So participants, please don't present your screen, otherwise my screen will not be visible. So you can also pin my screen when I'm presenting. I'm just trying to present it now. Ma'am, is it visible now? Is it in full screen mode?
So visible now, sir, but not in full screen mode.
Okay, okay. I just changed the tab that I have used.
So you go with
Now
the
is it
full
okay?
screen. No, yes, sir. Now it's getting presented.
Okay.
Fine, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Please pin my screen so that if someone trying to present, the screen will not be changed. So here you can see the product of Apple, how it is evolved right from 1976, right? And now you know the Mac Airbook. What is the weight of your Mac Airbook? It is less than 1 kg, right? So I'm having laptop a Dell Inspiron N5010, which is about 3.4 kg. But as of now, I'm having Asus laptop, which is having only 1.8 kg around. Even below this, we have a very powerful laptop, right? So it is not it is very much important about the size and design, right? Actually, design plays a very much role in particular model. You can just consider Nokia mobile phone, right? For the past few years, it is out of the market. So do you know what is the reason behind it? Can someone type it in the chat window or unmute and you can just answer for this particular thing? Nokia mobile is not in the market for the past few years. Can someone type the answer for you for your answer in the chat window? But Apple and other product like your what we can Samsung, it is continuously in the market. So here we have some answer by Bharat Kumar. Delay in technology upgradation. Yes, very good. So Nokia is somewhere not in the market because of their innovation and changes they have to made in their real product, right? Yes, fail to innovate. Very good. And we are getting so many answers. Update and delays. Yes, software update is also not quickly rolled out by Nokia for software handling, also design wise, and technology get updated. Yes, fail to update. Customer friendly. Yes, we have very big size when you're going to hand it that Nokia mobile in your hand, right? So nowadays, with 800 grams or 120 grams, you have everything in your hand, right? With right from your touch screen, you can have your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, whatever the functionality that you can perform in your laptop or desktop or server PC. Even you can do that in your hand, right? Small device. Yes, Tejas answered with new technology which was not user friendly. Yes, and Android came to the market, and there itself, mobile industries are very much in peak, right? Could you tell me some of the mobile models are very much stable and having huge market share in these days? For name of the brand, yes, very good. MI, Apple, Samsung. So they are constantly changing their technology innovation, adding their technology innovation. Yes, Redmi, Oppo, very good. So these are all the models. They are really collecting the user details, right? User requirements, how they need. I think what touch screen I need and how my camera should be. Even nowadays, we are getting camera around 40 megapixel, right? Yes, Infinix and OnePlus. These are all the very good mobile manufacturers, OEM, and they are constantly giving their innovation in their product. We have Siri feature in Apple, and we have Microsoft Cortana in Microsoft products, right? So these are all the innovations, how people can make their life easier, right, and more comfortable for their better living, right? And similar way, our design thinking has to be in user-centric way. That is my point in this particular slide. I'm just continuing further. Any queries till now? If you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we can proceed. Ma'am and many of the students, sir, if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat window or unmute. Otherwise, we can continue. Okay, there won't be any questions. I just continue with my presentation. So why is design thinking is so important? So here also we're going to discuss about a real situation where we encounter more problems in day-to-day life. I think, have you heard of Norman Dose? What is Norman Dose? What is the meaning of that Norman Dose? What it actually means? Can anyone answer, or you type it in the chat window? Norman Dose. Yes, I just play a small video. Please listen to the video carefully, where we're going to face a real life problem with those, right? So it is actually a design thinking process. We don't know how engineers are working background, and how they invest their time for R&D for reaching the better customer, right? Ultimate customer. So just listen to this video. So you can see what is Norman door and how doors are giving problem to day-to-day life, and how real engineers are guiding them as to design a very good doors.
There's this door on the 10th floor of the Vox Media office that I hate so much. Damn it. You ever get this door wrong?
Pretty regularly.
Have you seen people misuse it?
All the time, every day. Constantly.
Just increase the volume, so please wait.
Me too, Kelsey. But here's the thing. As soon as you start looking for confusing doors, they are everywhere.
It's push.
Why? I feel like Roman Mars would know about this.
This is 99% invisible. And those doors you made are...
So how many of you are having this confusion whether it is going to be push or pull door? Yes, very good. Divendra have answered with push and pull door. Very good. And how many of you have faced this problem in your real life? Push or pull door, or slide door, or something like open door, like pushing towards your room. So how many of you having this problem? So most of the time when you're going to visit public places, you could not see whether it is, you could not see the notice board, right? Maybe they have stick a small sticker over your handle, push or pull, right? So I have faced that confusion too, right? Even you having a double side open door, we will see many of the doors. Yes, many of you have faced that problem. So myself, I think Darun Prasad have faced this in saloon. Yes, very good. So that is awesome experience. So now you think how design thinking is very important for real engineering, right? Real day-to-day product, right? Doors. Sorry, just play with it.
Here's this minuter science. Let's go to San Diego.
Okay. Hi, Joe.
Hey, I'm Don Norman. Gee, you know, it's hard to describe what I am.
Well, he's been a professor of psychology, professor of cognitive science, professor of computer science, a vice president of advanced technology at Apple. But for our purposes.
I was spending a year in England. I got so frustrated with my inability to use the light switches and the water taps and the doors even, that I wrote this book.
If I continually get a door wrong, is it my fault?
No. In fact, if you continually get it wrong, it's a good, but if other people continually get it wrong, it's a good sign that it's a really bad door.
A Norman door is one where the design tells you to do the opposite of what you're actually supposed to do, or gives the wrong signal and needs a sign to correct it.
why does it need an instruction manual? That is, why do you have to have a sign that says push or pull? Why not make it obvious?
It can be obvious if it's designed right.
There are a couple of really simple, basic principles of design, and one of them I'll call discoverability. When I look at something, I should be able to discover what operations I can do.
The principle applies to a whole lot more than doors.
And it's amazing with many of our computer systems today. You look at it, there's no way of knowing what's possible. Should I tap it once, twice, or even triple tap? So discoverability, when it's not there, well, you don't know how to use something.
Another is feedback.
And so many times there's no feedback. You have no idea what happened or why it happened.
And these principles form the basis of how designers and engineers work today, commonly known as user or human-centered design.
I decided at one point the word user was a bit degrading. Why not call people people? And it's amazingly simple and amazingly seldom practiced. We call it iteratively, so it goes around in a circle. We go out and we observe what is happening today. We observe people doing the task. And from that we say, oh, we have some ideas. Here's what we should perhaps propose to do.
Then you prototype your solution and test it.
Quite often these are wrong at first, but each time we go around the circle, we do a better job of making the device until the point we're actually making something that really works.
And this process has spread all over the world.
And it turns out it's improving lives.
From better everyday things like the ones that Don wrote about,
To using the same process to solve huge problems in public health in developing countries.
water,
Sanitation,
farming.
lots more. So what'd be a better human-centered door?
An ideal door is one that as I walk up to it and walk through it, I'm not even aware that I had opened the door and shut it. So if you had a door which had a flat plate, what could you do? Nothing. The only thing you can do is push. See, you wouldn't need a sign. A flat plate, you push.
This kind of push bar with the piece sticking out on one side works well too. So you can see what side you're supposed to push on.
Vertical bars could go either way. A simple little hand thing, though, sort of indicates pull.
But we still have terrible, terrible doors in the world. So many of them.
There are lots of things in life that are fairly standardized, and therefore, whether I buy this house or not is not a function of whether it has good doors in it. And so, except for safety reasons, doors tend not to be improved.
But the tyranny of bad doors must end.
I think that it's a really shitty design. In fact, they put a pull handle, one is a push. It should be a flat panel right here. And a pull handle. That's how I feel about this. It's very misleading. I agree.
You're right, Becky. You're goddamn right. And if we all thought like you, well, we might just design a better world. Yeah.
It won't open because it's a security door.
So finally, that thief have knocked the door of security, right? And they caught, right? So hope you have enjoyed this particular video for just presenting it again. Just stopped it. So these are some of the real problems. Students and professors, please believe me. You don't need to invent the wheel from the scratch, right? You don't need to do an real aeroplane engineering, right? So design things and start with your day-to-day problems where you're going to face. So can you, some of you tell me how many real-life situations we have encountered in this particular video? Can you list out those real door problems? One could be the real door of a room or a house, and real door of a car, and what could other things that you have seen for a real life problem? Yes, very good. AGM door. Then any other doors that you have seen? So design thinking start with small sketch, right? You can do a sketch for your how you want to have your car door, right? And you have seen a laptop trackpad, right? So yes, hospital door, very good. So hospital door when taking patient, right, in the stretch, right? Stretcher, you're going to push and it will open both the sides, right? right? So you can think of the some other solution how you can design real or efficient door and safe door for hospitals, as also in labs. And you can take simple example for laptop trackpad, right? So have you, how many of you hesitate to use laptop trackpad? So maybe in some brand the trackpad is very much efficient, and most of the time you could not make right click right with that laptop. How many of you have faced the trackpad issues in your laptop? So in my laptop, Asus, you cannot see in some laptop you can have two buttons, right, for left click and right click. So most of the laptop you will not have any of the thing. You will have a plain area where you're going to touch your trackpad, right? So these are all some of the small problems existing product that we are going to use. If you think of such an innovation, right, in how you're going to implement, how you're going to give solution, then that could be the best design thinking ability in you, right? Take from that and you can go one by one. We'll discuss the further steps of design thinking phase one by one. So here we're going to discuss what is the actual process. So I'm having a problem, but I'm going to try with design thinking process, right? So here we can categorize the entire six design thinking process in 6 steps into 3 categories. One is you're going to understand your problem and how you're going to explore with it and how you're going to materialize it. You're going to test and implement it. So here first phase is empathy, define, ideate, prototype, and then test your product and go for final implementation. So we're going to discuss one by one each and every phase. So before that, I'm going to share you URL. Until this, if you have any queries, you can ask. So any queries till now? So we will have one interactive way of collecting various thoughts about design thinking. I just share you the URL, right? Padlet.com. This is like your idea board. Maybe in design thinking, if you are conducted in a real physical environment, this is we are doing it in virtual environment in webinar mode. So if we have done this particular session on real environment, right, physical environment, we have done. We will give you some sticky note how you're going to prepare for your student real situation problems, real life problems, right? So that I am going to give it in a URL where you're going to answer 5 categories of my questions. So I will give you a small demo, then you can fill up your answer for each and every questions. So I just share you the URL where you're going to just to stop projecting, and I'm just projecting my screen to Padlet, where you're going to give, this is going to be interactive. Everyone's idea, you can see it on that particular URL once you're going to fill it, right? So I just give you the URL. So all of you, please check your chat window. I have shared you some URL. I just present my screen to that website. Please open the URL. I will guide you how you're going to take part in this activity. So open the URL and you just sign up with your Google account. Sorry, yes, Google account. So if you have signed out already signed out your Gmail, I think you can use email sign-in option. You can use it. So I think you can see my screen. Surya Prakash sir, can you see the Padlet.com site?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can able to see.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So this is about some sticky notes where I have asked 5 questions. We will take 10 minutes to fill up all the participants' view about this particular questions. So I just give you some demo. So first I'm having here my questions are divided into 5 columns. So first column, give your view about design thinking. What is really means to you, right? And what is innovation? Second question. So if you want to answer your for your first question, click on this particular plus icon, right, where you're going to add your answer. So just give your title for this particular question, and you can type your answer here. If you want, you can upload your images. You can pick your image file, right? You can upload it. That is the one method. And if you have any reference, you can add the link, and you can add photos to it. There are many other options, right, where you can see links, Google Maps, Snaps. If you have video, you can upload it. So I just give you 10 minutes time. All of you take this Padlet and log in with your email ID, and you can answer this particular question one by one, right? If you have any difficulty, please let me know. So everyone can able to open the URL. I think many of the students have joined. Arun Prasad also joined this Padlet discussion, and Vipin also joined. Thank you. So all other participants are encouraged to participate in this particular Padlet, where you can type all your insight, what you think about this particular questions, right? And you can record your answer in it. So everyone can see everyone's answer, right? Even you can take anonymous login also, not a problem. If you have any difficulties, please let me know. I have just 5 questions based on your experience. If you know about, you can give on it. So at the end of the season, I can we will have a small discussion, and later also after this webinar, you can go through all the answers posted by different participants. Any difficulties, you can put it in the chat window so that I can clear you. If you have any difficulties, we can solve it. Hope many of you are filling the views very nicely, giving explanation about what is design thinking. And if you have tried simple prototype, right, you can add it. It is not a prototype. In your real life, you have solved something, right? Maybe if some thing not works in your home, you would have tried some idea to solve that problem, right? You can share it here, not a problem. I can see many of you are not aware, many of the students are not aware about IIC National Innovation Contest. We will discuss everything. We take another 7 minutes to record your answers for this particular questions. Just mute the notifications so that so many of you are filling the first question. Very good. So some of the students have participated in innovation contest for mask for COVID-19, right? This pandemic, they have just tried some project related with the face mask. Very good. So some of the participants have participated for mask for COVID, and detection of Alzheimer's disease using mobile games. Very good. And other answers. So students and professors, you can also check others view using the URL. You just scroll the column one by one. You can read other answers too in this. So whichever part I'm getting no, so I will discuss more about on it. Most of the time here I'm getting answer. Students are not aware about Smart India Hackathon and IIC Innovation Contest. We'll discuss in the second part of our session, innovation contest. So take another 3 minutes to post your answers for this Padlet. So some other some students have tried some project related to automatic water level indicator using Arduino Uno. Very good. It is Ajay Palanivel. Congratulations. So Devendra have tried with software, but still he is working on it. Very good. Home automation systems by Arduino, someone posted. And solar cooker, very good. Prototype, someone shared a solar cooker. They have just tried a prototype for solar cooker. Very nice. So it is about produce up to 320 degrees of temperature by using aluminum sheet. Excellent idea. So wireless electricity tester, great. By Tejas Boy. Someone tried with the drone. Very good. And I just tried with a small bird catcher for my son, right? So with Amazon and Flipkart, we will get a product delivered through cardboards, right? So I just YouTube and searched some of the creative ideas how a bird can be trapped just for fun. After catching the birds for showing it to my son and just leave it, right? Just for to engage my son, I just tried it. Cardboard box to trap a bird. So I'm getting many ideas. So take another 1 minute to complete, to post your answers. After that, we will continue to our presentation. So yes, many answers I'm getting. Many of you are still posting their answers. Very nice. Okay, thank you. So shall we continue with our presentation? Participants are posting. We just completed half of our presentation. So I just stop sharing the screen. You can post your answers after the session also for everyone can listen to your answers. I just share my presentation. Okay. Surya Prakash sir, am I audible? Screen is okay?
Yes, sir. It's audible.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So we will discuss each and every phase. Quickly, we will discuss. I think I'm getting a notification. Still, just switch off the notification. Kindly wait. I just move the notification from Padlet. Okay, that's it. We continue with our presentation. So first phase, empathize, right? So you're going to understand the real audience and their view, right? The purpose of this particular step is to know about your real audience problem. So you're going to empathize with this situation, empathizing with the situation. What is the you have to stand in place of your end user, and you have to look into the problem and you have to study it, right? And every problem has a unique context that defines your largest consumer, right? Now you can think, right? Face mask, now everyone's problem, right? So it is a unique context for protecting their mouth and nose and also eyes, right? So if you find some of the designs related to cover face completely in a cost-effective manner, many of them are doing a very much cost-effective reusable face mask and face shield, etc. in this pandemic to protect everyone, right? Even you can think with small ideas how you can implement with minimum cost, right? So that stands your real design thinking skills, right? It ignites your real problem identification phase. Being a human being in this pandemic, we are facing a very critical problem, right? So you can start in that manner for starting your design thinking. Then empathizing involves understanding value, belief, and needs that make your audience take, right? So whatever the solution you're going to identify, that will be accepted by your end customer instantly, right? Which will yield more value to your prototype or your innovation, right? So it involves observations. So you're going to watch, listen to your customer and understand their problem and get some engagement with them to study their real life problems, right? Then design the problem. Before you're going to start a solution, you're going to define your problem, right? So in this step, you have to start from your audience, understand the actual needs, trying to fulfill it, and formulate the problem statement, and you're going to start move towards your further phase. So here we can come across the term called point of view, right? Where you're going to, after conducting your interview or listening to your users, you're going to sum up your problem statement, and you're going to give point of view for your real design thinking, right? That is in your second phase. So next, ideate. Next phase is going to ideate. You have a bunch of creative ideas where you're going to rethink your best ideas. You have collection of ideas where you're going to select a few of the top ideas from it, right? That is the ideate phase. Problem statement and come up with a brain dump of ideas to solve problems, right? So you have to choose a perfect idea from it for the right audience, and you have to collect their feedbacks too. So previously we have seen a video about Norman doors, right? Problems with what are the problems that you're going to face with doors. Similarly, you're going to get real customer feedback in this phase, right? For refining your solution, for preparing your solution. You're refining your problem statement, it is actually. And since everyone is creative in their own way, so no problem solution is not, it is invalid, right? You have to accept everyone's innovations in your team. Suppose if you are working in a team for a problem, right? To give a solution, right? You have to accept everyone's idea. No idea is a bad idea actually, right? From that you can learn different things, right, for your ultimate solution, right? So this is your ideate phase. Then next you're going to implement your prototype. So it could be like a new simple solution, need not be the complete product or a complete iPhone or your complete Dell laptop. It could be a minimum workable, minimum usable product. We will tell that MVP, right? So similar to that, prototype you have to build. We have seen some example how you're going to organize your things in cupboard, right? Earlier videos we have seen similar to that. So that could be your prototype. Maybe that stand that particular person kept on that cupboard, right? So that could be one prototype. Just an example. And this particular phase, you're going to test your product, right, for finding the best solution for your audience, right? So there you're going to check with actual users, and you have to learn what is their approach of what they need actually from this particular phase, what changes they need in this particular prototype, right? And then ideation or prototyping and apply your learnings, right? So apply your innovations to this particular testing. So once something is failed, you try to have better idea from your teammates and try to reincorporate in your design thinking phase, right? Repeat the process until you have a prototype that works and solve real problems. So complete problems that's going to be eliminated. There you're going to stop your design testing phase, right? Now you are ready to change the goal for your solution. With the solution, you're going to offer some for some problem. You're going to offer some solution to your real customer. So you can offer a multiple prototype for the different users, right? For example, I'm going to design a face mask for different aged people, right? Take different aged people and categorize them and check according for kids this particular face mask, and this is the requirement. For youth, this is the requirement, right? For elders, this is going to be the requirements and design. So you check, you select multiple users, they're going to use your product and test it, right? So in all aspects, you have to test your product for different customers. That will lead to very good market reach, right? Finally. So this is your last phase where you're going to get into the real world. So implementation phase. So after you're designing mask, you're going to give it to your real customer or medical advisor to use your product, right? So this implementation is about understanding how to bring your solution to life, and you're going to market it, right? So being an design thinking or an innovator or entrepreneur, you also have some knowledge about market trending and real world platform where you're going to sell your product, right? So which is the key to creation of the final product or solution, this particular implementation phase, right? So testing with a small and well-chosen sample set of users, as we discussed, and create a revolutionary product. So this is about all about a six phase. Then we're going to see a small design thinking complete whole picture how a design thinking could be. Here we have a small video about 5 minutes. Please listen to the video. Also very interesting how whole design thinking process can be applied right from your empathize phase to implementation phase, right?
It's a 5-step process.
Just increase the volume, please, for a minute.
process to come up with meaningful ideas that solve real problems for a particular group of people. The process is taught in top design and business schools around the world. It has brought many businesses lots of happy customers and helped entrepreneurs from all around the world to solve problems with innovative new solutions. Step 1. Empathize. The purpose of step 1 is to conduct interviews that give you an idea about what people really care about. We need to empathize with their situation. For example, if you want to help old people, you might find that they want to keep the ability to walk around. In your conversations, they might share with you different ways they can do that. Later into the interview, you'll want to dig a little deeper, look for personal stories or situations where things became difficult. Ideally, you redo the process with many people with the same problem. Step 2. Define the problem. Looking at the interviews, you can now understand the actual needs that people are trying to fulfill with certain activities. One way to do that is to underline the verbs or activities that the people mentioned when talking about their problems, like going for a walk, meeting old friends for tea, or simply going grocery shopping around the corner store. You might realize it's not so much about going out, but more about staying in touch. After your analysis, formulate a problem statement. Some elderly are afraid to be lonely. They want to stay connected. Step 3. Ideate. Now focus only on the problem statement and come up with ideas that solve the problem. The point is not to get a perfect idea, but rather to come up with many ideas, like unique virtual reality experiences, senior-friendly hoverboards, or a modified pushcart. Whatever it is, sketch up your best ideas and show them to the people you are trying to help, so you can get their feedback. Step 4. Prototype. Now take a moment to reflect on what you have learned from your conversations about the different ideas. Ask yourself, how does your idea fit in the context of people's actual lives? Your solution could be a combination of a new idea and what is already being used. Then connect the dots, sketch up your final solution, and go build a real prototype that's just good enough to be tested. Step 5. Test. Now test your prototype with actual users. Don't defend your idea in case people don't like it. The point is to learn what works and what didn't. So any feedback is great. Then go back to ideation or prototyping and apply your learning. Repeat the process until you have a prototype that works and solves the real problem. Now you are ready to change the world or open shop. To experience design thinking firsthand, do the free virtual design thinking crash course from Stanford's D School right now. You will learn to design a new gift-giving experience. Find the link and a guide for facilitators in the description below. After you are done, share your experience and gift idea in the comments. To learn more about creative and critical thinking, check out our other Sprouts video.
So in this video, hope you have summarized, you can relate a different design thinking phase and how you can start with each and every phase, right? So you have to include all the customers for your product that you're going to do. Whoever likes your product, not likes your product, that's not the matter. All the customers for your product that you're going to test, you have to include everyone so that it will meet entire user community and it will satisfy every user requirement, right? That is the main picture for this particular video that I have shared. Just stop sharing and moving to the next slide. Just a minute. So next we're going to discuss about 4 principles of design thinking, right? So one is human rule. No matter what the context, all design activities in social nature. So ultimately, we're going to give our product to the public and for the society, right? Innovation will bring us back to the human-centric point of view. So whatever the solution you're going to develop is directly usable by the human-centric. Even you can check off some of the innovations for protecting the wild animals, right? Not only the human-centric point of view, even you can think of third person also, right? You can check for conserving birds in natural life, right? In your forest field, you have so many problems for wild animals, right? Recent days we have seen so many elephant we losing in our beautiful world, right? Even you can think of small solution to protect those wild animals. That could be the best for the starting. How you going to start with your simple and very usable for the society, right? So the ambiguity rule. So here it is, ambiguity is inevitable. So you cannot remove or oversimplify, right? Experimenting at the limit of your knowledge and ability is crucial. So based on your experiment, right? And your knowledge, whatever the knowledge you're having in your engineering, right? You have to put at your best. That is your crucial part in your ambiguity rule. And third principle is redesign your rule. Something it is not relevant to the social circumstance. You have to evolve based on the human needs, right? So, which is the solution is same, but the human need is same, but solution can be evolved every day. So you can check your mobile phone, right from the beginning, right? If our human needs also increases, but the purpose is for communicating with the people, right? So each and every day, every company is evolving with the new innovations, right? So that is the third principle. And fourth one is tangibility rule. So making ideas tangible in the form of prototypes enable designers to communicate them more oftenly. So this is very, very important for getting feedback from the user, right? So you have seen this particular message in coming in your Windows, right? Send reports to your Microsoft, right? Something crashed, some app is crashed, it will ask you to send reports in also in Ubuntu operating system. All the software system, it will collect the reports, right? Bug reports from the user, and it will send to the respective developer community for solving problems. So like that, this particular principle, tangibility rule works, right? So hope we have done with design thinking phase, different design thinking phase and principle. So here are some of the booming areas of design thinking in the real world. Not only this field, there are other fields. But I have taken these fields for revolutionized by design thinking, right? 11 sectors. So healthcare, medicine, public, space exploration, right? So even we have tried recent satellite, right, to the moon, Chandrayaan 2, right? So that is also one of the design thinking which is evolved by our Indian scientists, how that material could be designed to withstand such a cold temperature in north pole of moon, right? So today, I think today NASA sending back their astronauts to Earth, right? So these are all some of the space exploration field. You can check out how you can start your design thinking skill. You have to observe your environment. That is what design thinking. If in that environment, what is the problem? You just study the problem statement where you're going to start for small, giving small solution based on your engineering knowledge, right? Next, education, the world of retail, food and beverage industries, entertainment, banking, travel and hospitality, everything we are facing day-to-day life, right? Our day-to-day usable thing, right? The automotive industry is another very big industry for where design thinking is booming, right? So hope first part is over. So I quickly give a quick insight about innovation contest, which will be conducted by our government, right? Indian government. So Smart India Hackathon and IIC, right? Institution Innovation, sir. So it is going to be MHRD's National Innovation Contest. And if you want more innovation contests, just you can check it out, innovate.mygov.in portal for frequent hackathons and other innovation contests hosted by our government, right? So Smart India Hackathon, I think many of the students are not aware about this particular contest, and many of the students having experience. I think today is the last date for software edition, right? Smart India Hackathon over the country. They are hosting a non-stop hackathon, right? So last year we have hosted a hardware edition in our campus. Our campus was one of the nodal center for occupying about 30 teams all around from the world. Sorry, not all around from the all over the country, right? So we have hosted a hardware edition, sorry, software edition in our campus. So across the country, 27 teams have participated in our nodal center, and they have given wonderful innovation they have developed for the various problem category, right? So all the technology students from AICT, UGC, IITs, NISTs, IITs, IISERs can participate, and other government approved institutions can participate in this Smart India Hackathon. There is no specific to that particular department. Only there is no such constraint. Irrespective of the department, you can participate. 3 stages of selection process. One, they will conduct internal hackathon in institution by where you're going to apply for idea documentation, and and the second phase is you're going to submit your prototype to the companies who are ministries. They're going to they actually gave the problem statement, and your final hackathon, right on your experiencing software final edition, right, in the past 3 days, right? That is the final hackathon. So 3 stages of selection process will be done for this particular nationwide hackathon, and for various bodies, right? A problem statement is given by NGOs, state government, central ministries, industry personals, and even you can give your student innovation, right? If you have new innovation from you, even you can submit it for this particular contest. And here, this is the portal sah.gov.in. Every year they are hosting the hackathon for various domains of students for showcasing their innovation to this particular world, right? And in the MHRD's National Innovation Contest, I think still the portal is open for accepting prototype submission, right? This innovation contest is also integrated and synchronized with the IEC calendar activity. Hope all the students and professors are working in. Please check out with your institution innovation cell where they're going to have all the credential handling the portal and conducting this, coordinating this particular innovation contest. And it is identifying creative minds from the students for this particular contest, right? And promoting students through a series of mentoring sessions and boot camp, right? They are giving this common forum, right? They will take all the entire engineering and other students to common place and give the training before this particular contest, right? So mentor session will be given, and there is no team size. Maximum 2 members will get the chance to, in your team, 2 members will get chance to attend regional mentoring session for this particular innovation contest. Please check out your institution innovation cell for further about this particular contest. Still, prototype submission is open for this particular National Innovation Contest 2020. Check with your innovation ambassador of your institution or IIC cell coordinator. Check with your professors for participating in this. So, a quick overview about this particular contest. You can see in this picture, right? I will share the URL in the chat window. Here, have a quick look about this particular. The main idea of this particular contest is to get the startup from the students, right? So even you can start with small problem statement, do your innovation, develop a prototype, and submit it to the government authorities, get some funding help, training help, and you can start here. Start a new company by your own. Further assistance will be provided by our Indian government, right? So that is the ultimate aim for this particular contest. So what you need to upload on this particular portal before you going to participate in this particular contest. So IICs will have to submit details of ideas received from students, where you're going to submit all your ideas in this particular portal, mic.gov.in Innovation Contest page. And POC submission, they are accepting 3 different modes. One is idea submission and proof of concept submission and prototype submission, right? Based on your preparation, you can submit your ideas in these 3 phases, right? Check out this URL. Still it is active, but only for the prototype submission it is active. That's all about my presentation. Thank you for listening, and Interactive for taking up the Padlet activities and chat sessions. If you have any queries, you can just type it in the chat window or just unmute it. Over to Surya Prakash sir.
The participants are requested to fill the feedback form, which is being shared in the chat box.
Hi, sir. This is Vivek from Isha College of Engineering.
Hi, Vivek. Please tell me.
Sir, can you give an example which, apart from the examples which we have used, right? Can you kindly share some kind of an examples which use the design thinking and which added a more value to the design, right? Basically, when we are talking about the design thinking, right?
Okay.
The entire design has been given an additional value which helps the customer in all aspects, right? So can you give some kind of a detailed example, 1 or 2 examples which entirely turn off the market because of that kind of a design? Can you?
Okay. Okay, sure. I can give you some examples. Maybe you can use that particular innovation to change particular product view. Maybe it could be like what we can tell. You can concentrate on e-vehicles, Vivek. That is very much needed in this particular time. Also, you can check it out. Some of the what we can tell sanitization, automatic sanitization, or robots that helps you to disinfect hospital environment. So that will be the right innovation for this particular time. Most of the time, healthcare professionals are facing serious problem in maintaining the what we can tell hygienic of that particular hospital environment. You can design a drone to sanitize the mostly infected areas. Now government is banning each and every street, right? So maybe you can think of how you can sanitize those most infected areas by spraying sanitization by the help of drones. Something kind of drones will will give you more innovations in your and robotics. That is most thing, and you can even try with software. When you check with software, you can check off more mobile application for solving that helps you to connect with patients with the doctor. You can think of these things in this pandemic situation. Maybe that will help you. You can think of reusable face mask, which is made of real natural product, right? It is not made of any plastics or biodegradable product. You can check it off. Maybe PPE clothes, right? You can think of PPE clothes, how you can design a natural PPE clothes that is naturally degradable after using. It is only used by 1 day, not 1 day, 8 hours by the health professionals. You can think of per PPE kit price is about 80, I think 280 rupees, I think. So even you can think of such a product design, material design, Vivek. These are the areas you can think of.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vivek. Any other questions related to your contest or design thinking?
Sir, one more thing.
Yes, Vivek.
So also one of the participants has also posted that. So is there any possibilities that the design thinking video which we posted played in the last, that animated?
The different phases of design thinking, Vivek, that video?
No, the animated, the sketching video, right?
Yeah, we actually I have referred it some design thinking portal. I think I could not rightly point out. Maybe you want to have that video, or how you want to make the video?
Is it possible to share those that particular video link alone, because it was nice.
Sure.
It was nice to see about how to empathize. That concept was that video was really nice. Is it possible to share with us that video?
Sure, Vivek. I will share you the different article and blogs related to the innovation and design thinking. So rightly, I have quoted from the beginning of the session. "Katradhu kai mannalavu kalladadu ulagalavuன்னு சொன்னேன்." So that is whatever the thing that we have learned is very small thing, right? Everything I can share you for your further references. Sure. I can share you the entire PPT through your email. And all the video references. I have few of the free course that is related with the design thinking, where you can start your courses in this pandemic time for your participating in innovation contest. Actually, this innovation contest is not the last minute preparation. Throughout the semester, you have to take part in this particular activity. You can take all the 6 steps throughout your semester, and throughout the year, actually couple of semesters, divide these phases in your semester period, and take each and every phase one by one, and complete all the 6 phases. Once you complete your all the 6 phases, your prototype is in your hand, and readily you can participate in any of the hackathons which is hosted in this particular country, right? Any of the contests you can use it. That is the right practice. It is not about 1 month before, after announcing. It is not about a single month. It is throughout a year-wise, yearly process where you're going to work for this design thinking, all the 6 phases, Vivek.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Actually, I'm working as a faculty in Ishwar College, and I also followed that design thinking process. I'm just working on that for the past 5 years on design thinking. The thing is, the session was really nice, and the video which you played at the last really was amazing. So that was the thing.
Thank you, Victor.
Thank you so much for taking the session, right? It was really nice. So the students who see that animated
Actually,
script,
I'm not the author of that particular video. Maybe I have referred some blogs and certification page, and where I have cropped the videos for my presentation for giving better insight. Maybe I would have had those references in this particular video, but I have missed out. But not a problem. I will share the complete reference material and video to all the participants.
okay, sir, fine. I will also drop my mail ID in the chat box itself, as
Sure.
I haven't received the link through my mail. So I'll drop my mail ID here.
Sure, sir.
So thank you so much, sir.
Please connect with our IAC cell, Surya Prakash sir, myself, and Professor Parameshivam and Balasubramaniam sir working in our institution IAC cell. Maybe we can coordinate for further plan and execution mutually for sharing our experience in this particular thing.
Definitely, sir. Actually, I am also a part of IAC, and I am also an innovation ambassador. So
okay, thank you.
For the IAC also. So definitely we can work together in the future, right? Thank you so much,
sure,
sir.
Sir.
I have dropped my mail.
Sir, I thought you as a student by seeing your profile picture. I don't know whether you are a professor. Sorry for that.
Thank you so much for
sir.
your compliment, sir.
Thank you,
so
sir.
much. Thank you so much for your compliment, sir. So I have dropped my mail. Just kindly share that video link alone. That will be very helpful for me, so that it can be shown to our students, which might inspire on seeing that, and they can start working on this platform. Thank you so much.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Over to Surya Prakash, sir. I think we can wind up the session, sir.
Yes, sir, we can wind up the session, sir.
Yes, sir, sure.
Okay, sir, we will close the session and we'll meet for that tomorrow. Stay safe, stay home.
Yes. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.